Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a full face of Fenty Beauty by RIHANNA. Since she's came out with her brand has expanded quite a bit, so I really feel like I could do a full face now. She has setting powders, eyeshadow palettes, foundations, concealers, contour sticks, you name it, she pretty much has it. So I'm gonna be doing a full face today, but before I get started, please make sure you like this video, go subscribe to my channel, and ring the notification bell so you're notified whenever I post a new video. But yeah, without further ado, let's get started with the tutorial. I got my brows recently microbladed, probably two days ago, so they look a little weird. Please don't mind that, but I'm actually gonna get started with my face today. I'm gonna be using the Fenty Beauty Pro Filt'r Instant Retouch Primer. This primer is good. It's a good primer. It's not too drying, which I like. It actually feels pretty moisturizing. I've tried this primer before, but it wasn't one that I continued to reach for, only because I do enjoy my other primers more. She doesn't have any setting sprays or anything, so I'm gonna just quickly spray my face with some of my setting spray. Next, I'm gonna go in with the foundation. This is the Fenty Beauty Pro Filt'r foundation, and I'm in the shade 170. So just how I remember, this foundation is pretty liquidy. So I'm gonna take my Smashbox blurring foundation brush. I had the Fenty brush, but it honestly went missing on me. I don't know where it went, so I'm gonna use the Smashbox brush. I actually have her bronzer brush, which I will be using later on in the video. The thing I remember I don't really like about this foundation is that since it's so liquidy, you do kind of have to use quite a bit of product if you want to build up the coverage. It looks so pretty, and honestly, it's because I moisturized really well before I applied the primer and stuff. My skin actually looks pretty glowy still. If you have an issue with this foundation because you have dry skin, I would suggest to moisturize really well. The moisturizer I use is from Kiehl's. I'll put a picture up here. It's the Ultra Facial Cream, which I really, really, really like. It's honestly my favorite moisturizer that I've ever used. So I'm gonna take my damp beauty blender, and then I'm just gonna pounce it on my skin just to give my skin more of a seamless blend, because the brushes do sometimes leave streaks. So I just want to make sure I don't have any streaks, and my foundation looks pretty cohesive and blended. For concealer, I'm going to be using the Fenty Beauty Pro Filt'r Concealer. I'm going to stop saying Fenty Beauty. I like her concealer because she matches it perfectly. If you're shade 170, or whatever shade you are, you get the shade 170 or whatever shade you are in the concealer, and it's pretty much the perfect shade of lightness that you need. And I like because it's not super light. It's the perfect amount. I'm gonna take my beauty blender and blend this concealer out. I normally don't cream contour, but I am gonna cream contour today. I'm gonna take the Fenty Beauty Match Stick in the shade Truffle. So what I do when I cream contour, I don't go like that on my face. I normally put product, oh my god, I think this is too dark, but we'll make it work. I normally put product on the back of my hand. If you go straight in with the stick, it'll be a little bit too dry. So you want to warm up the product on the back of your hand. This is my Makeup Shack T31 brush, and I'm just gonna load the product up on the brush. So I'm just gonna place the contour where I normally place it. I go above my ear and just place it there. I don't go too forward either, because once I bronze, I feel like I end up doing more than I should. Putting contour on your lips actually makes them appear fuller than what they are, so it's good if you want to not overline so much. It looks really not cute right now, but we're gonna blend it out. It'll look cute soon. Start here. I start at the very top of the contour, and then I kind of just press it up like that. But actually, see what I mean? Once you blend it out, it's not that bad. contour, I normally find that either if I need more concealer or not, which in this case I do, only because the concealer is so lightweight. So I'm just gonna add a little bit more concealer underneath my eye. I didn't contour my jawline with the cream only because I usually do that with my powders. Next, I'm going to go in with the setting powder. This is the Pro Filt'r Instant Retouch Setting Powder. This is the loose powder. I actually have two colors. So I have the shade Butter and the shade Lavender. Shade Butter I'm going to do all over my face. And then the shade Lavender, I'm going to hit in the areas where I want to highlight a little bit more. Only because the shade Butter is pretty much the color of my skin tone. And the shade Lavender is apparently supposed to brighten up. So once I have the powder, oh my god, the smell is so strong. It's a strong smell, but I actually don't mind the smell because it smells really good. It's just really strong. This is where you really want to focus the powder, is the areas where you bronze. You really want to put a good barrier in between the foundation and the powder bronzer or contour, whatever you do. I say I'm going to be priming them with the Pro Filt'r Amplifying Eye Primer in Invisi Pink. I have not used an eye primer like this in such a long time. I usually just use concealer and call it a day. I'm going to take a synthetic brush and just kind of blend it out. For eyes today, I'm going to be using her Moroccan Spice palette. I'm going to start with the shade Come and Get It. I take it on my Morphe M441 brush, which is a fluffy brush. I'm going to start off with dusting that in the crease. So when I do my eyeshadows, I usually blend. I start on the outer corner first. That's where I deposit most of my product, and then I start blending it inward towards my inner corner. Next, I'm going to take the shade Quicksand, which is more of a peachy shade. I'm going to take that on another fluffy brush. This is the JH32. This one has like a little bit of a sheen to it, but I'm just going to take it and just run it over this Come and Get It shade, just so I have a nice blend up top here. So far the primer is not my favorite. I actually don't really like it. I feel like it's kind of making my shadow not blend as well as it normally does. I don't know if it's because of the primer or just because I didn't set it, but I think it's the primer, honestly. I'm gonna go with the shade Saffron, and I'm gonna take a packing brush. This is a Makeup Shack T53 brush. I pack it on the outer corner first, and then I bring it in the crease. And you want to grab that shade again and then pack it on the inner corner. I'm gonna go back with that first brush that we used, and I'm gonna dip it back into the Come and Get It shade, and I'm going to blend out these edges of that saffron shade. I am experiencing a little bit of fallout with this, so I'm just gonna dust it off. So I'm back. I threw my eyeliner on. They're not like perfectly even, so don't mind that. I can never get them perfectly even. One thing I don't really like about it, I like the applicator because it allows me to get a really nice wing, but I don't like that it stays shiny. I like a matte black eyeliner. So yeah, that's a pretty big downfall for me, the fact that it's not a matte black eyeliner, but it's a really good eyeliner only because that applicator is bomb. Like, it's super good. So if you don't mind it, cop it. I'm gonna do the lower lash line real quick, and then I'll move back onto my face. I'm gonna take the Morphe M432 brush, which is my flat definer brush, dip into the saffron shade and hit really close on the lash line. I'm gonna take a smaller brush now. This is the Morphe JH38, and I'm gonna take it into the Come and Get It shade, mix with the saffron shade, and just kind of blend out the harsh line right here. Now that that is done, I'm going to move on to the rest of my face. So usually, I have said this in my past videos, I usually do more of a light type of glowy powder right here on the apples on my cheeks. So I am going to do that today. I'm going to be taking the Fenty Beauty Kilowatt Freestyle Highlighter Duo in the shade Lightning Dust and Fire Crystal. I'm going to take the shade Lightning Dust first, which is the more sheer type of powder. I'm just gonna hit the high points of my cheeks with it. It's a nice glow because it's not super overpowering, but it's more sheer. So I'm gonna hit it right here on the apples of my cheeks. It's a little bit more intense than what I normally use, but it'll work. I feel like you want to look too overboard, take a powder brush and just veil over it. For bronzer today, I'm going to be using the shade Shady Biz. And again, on my big fluffy brush, which is the Morphe JH02. It's a Sigma E40, and I'm going to use that to contour my nose. Time to carve out the cheeks. I'm going to take my butter powder that I used earlier and my beauty blender, and I'm just going to carve them out. I'm going to take back my contouring brush and just kind of warm up the cheeks a little bit more. And then I'm going to graze over that line just a little bit though, not too much. I don't have any extra product on the brush, just whatever I had left. Back, I put on some eyelashes. These are the Tati lashes in the style TL6. Obviously they're not like in the box anymore. I don't know why I'm showing you the box, but I really do like these lashes. They're nice and fluffy. They're dramatic, but not super dramatic. I really like them. It's my first time actually wearing Tati lashes, so they look bomb. As for lips, I have two different lip shades. I have the shade Unlocked and I have the shade Unbutton, and these are her Senna lip paints. Normally, obviously, I would go for the shade Unbutton because, hello, it's a nude and that's literally the only lip I wear. This is the shade Unbuttoned, or Unbuttoned. So pretty. This is the shade Unlocked, which is so freaking pretty. It's a more of like a magenta hot pink type of shade, which I really do want to do it, but I'm so scared I'm not gonna like it. You know what? I'm just gonna take a risk and do it because I never do a bright shade. So I'm gonna apply this. I don't have any lip liner for this, so I'm just gonna apply it straight on and see how it goes. She's cute. It looks so bright, which, I mean, it's fine because it is summertime. But usually with these types of shades, you do want to, it does wash out your color a little bit. So I look a little bit more pale. So if you want to go back in with some bronzer and just bronze up a little bit more, I am going to bronze up and then I'll be right back. So this is the finished look with my bright ass lipstick. I honestly think it looks really pretty. I mean, oh, by the way, I added more of that highlighter. I added the Fire Crystal shade, which is the more pigmented highlighter, and I think it came out so bomb. I love this highlighter. I had used it in the past and I already knew I was gonna love it. Honestly, Fenty Beauty is like one of the best brands at Sephora. They literally always kill it. The only thing I had an issue with was the eyeliner. I didn't really like the fact that it was a shiny eyeliner. I prefer a matte eyeliner, which I think would have looked better only because I do have a shimmer on the lid. If I had an all matte eye, I don't think it would have bothered me as much, but since I do have shimmer on the lid, it does kind of bother me a little bit. But everything else is like a win. The foundation is beautiful. I've always thought it was a good foundation, especially for those more oily skin. Also, the foundation range, the shade range is incredible. I mean, you can't beat it. Concealer is amazing. I love it. The powders are so pretty. I feel like my skin feels really, really smooth. But it does have a scent to it. If you're sensitive to scents, I keep that in mind. But it doesn't bother me personally. It's a scent, but it's not super overpowering where I literally cannot breathe. The eyeshadow palette was really pretty. Another thing I didn't like was the Filt'r eyeshadow primer. I didn't really enjoy that much. I want to try out some of her eyeshadow brushes and see how they work. Her bronzer brush, I actually forgot I had it, so I didn't even use it. I used it to sweep off my bake, but I did like how it swept my cheek and it hugged my cheek in the perfect position. So I do recommend that brush if you are looking for a bronzer brush. It's super soft, super pretty, and the angle of it is like, it's nothing like you've ever seen. So also another thing that I really did enjoy was the primer. I actually hadn't used a primer in such a long time, but it actually left my skin looking really, really smooth and really filtered almost. That's what I really feel about her bronzers too. Her bronzers are the best bronzers. In my opinion, is the best bronzer on the market right now. The shade range again on the bronzers is incredible. I would definitely recommend the bronzers. So if you are looking for a bronzer, and especially now that it's summertime, bronze up that skin, honey, because you're gonna need it. Obviously, you want to tan up, you want to look cute. Those bronzers are 10 out of 10, 12 out of 10. They're amazing. So really recommend the bronzers. I really want them to come out with like a setting spray, something of that nature, because I feel like if I throw on that setting spray, I'm gonna like turn into RIHANNA, because honestly all the products are so good. But yeah, I definitely recommend her line. It's amazing. Like I said, it's usually a 10 out of 10. All the products, just only a few I didn't like. So every other product is honestly amazing. Go out and buy them if you are looking for some good products at Sephora. And I mean, they are more on the pricier side because it is Sephora, but if you're at Sephora and you have some money to spend, I would definitely recommend checking out the Fenty Beauty line, because she killed it. They killed it. The whole line is incredible. So yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial on the Fenty Beauty line. Please don't forget to like this video, comment down below, have you tried any of the Fenty Beauty products? What are your favorite products in the line? Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and ring the notification bell so you're notified whenever I post a new video. But yep, that's it for today. Thank you guys for watching. Have a good one. Bye.